Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's good to have you once again here. And today we're going to react to a certain video which is trending on social media. And in that video, there is this Muslim guy who is claiming to, know some things from the Quran that actually talks about intoxication in Jannah, that is the paradise. And that when you go there, you're going to, be given alcohol. And when you drink the alcohol, a lot of things are going to happen to you. Now let's listen to this, and afterwards I'll make my comment.
Muslims, we are not permitted to take alcohol in this world, but in paradise we'll drink alcohol.
In heaven there is no beer. That is why they are drinking on the beer here.
Yes, we have there, because in the Quran we are told that there are 4 drinks that we can find in heaven. The first drink will be the ordinary water that we all know, the clean water. The second one is honey. It will be there abundant as drink for everybody. The third one is milk. And the last one will be the intoxicant, the alcohol. And we are told that, see the funny thing, we are told that as for the alcohol in this world, when you drink it, you lose your mind. When you take it, you talk anyhow, because you are now shameless. You don't care about anything because the mind is not there. But they said that the alcohol in heaven, when you drink it, you begin to fly like an aeroplane.
Oh! Quran told you before this.
Yes. When you drink it,
you fly like an aeroplane.
You begin to fly.
And you believed.
Yes. You begin to fly, and when you are landing, you land on a woman.
This is hilarious. You drink alcohol, you fly like a plane, and when you are landing, you land on the woman.
These kind of things don't really do good to Islam. He said it is in the Quran. Let's look at what is in the Quran and see if indeed the Quran makes mention of anything like alcohol in Al-Jannah, the paradise, or anything of such caliber. Let's see. Today I'll be straightforward. Let's go to Quran quickly. Like Quran chapter 39, verse 73. That's Surah Al-Zumar, verse 7:3. Let me remind you that I've stated it in the previous videos that when I make mention of a verse in the Quran, you check it and then it's not there, then you either subtract one verse from it or you add one verse, right? So yeah, this very verse, let me even start from the top and come down, right? He said, "Kila khulu abwaba jahannam khalidina fiha fabi'sa mathwal mutakabbirin." Okay, so they was talking about those who did bad deeds and are to enter the the hellfire, and that place is a place for those who are arrogant, right? Those who act like bossy type. And when you are reading the continuation, that is the verse which talks about Al-Jannah. It says, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ زُمَرًا. That is, and those who fear their Lord will be conducted to heavens in groups until when they reach it and its gates are opened. Okay, so it says, حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا وَفُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا وَقَالَ لَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ طِبْتُمْ فَادْخُلُوهَا خَالِدِينَ. Okay, so this very portion also says that when the doors are open, like the gates are open, and its keepers say to them, "Peace be upon you, be ye happy and enter it, abiding therein." This very part is saying that anyone who is made to enter the paradise will be saluted, will be greeted with peace. Peace be upon you. How can a person be peaceful if the person is going to drink alcohol? Now let's look at something quickly about alcohol. I'm strictly reacting to the alcoholic part of this video. There are a lot of things he said in the video. A lot of things, so many things. But then I want to specify this very video on the alcoholic part, right? Now it says, when you are to enter the paradise, the gate of the paradise, you will be greeted with peace. Peace be upon you. Now, if a person is, like entering a place of alcohol, can you really say peace be upon you? Because the person, in the course of entering the alcoholic place, hardly can a person even think of peace. And when a person becomes intoxicated, what is the peaceful nature of such person? If you were to tell me, no, like, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you were to tell me that, you enter the paradise and you'll be greeted with peace and then you go and have alcohol. Okay, fine. Let's ask the Quran. Where does it state that you go to, the Al-Jannah and drink alcohol? First of all, this is one of the verses that talks about the paradise. All right? And there is no alcohol here. Okay, now let's see this. وَقَالُوا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي صَدَقَنَا. Okay, let me read the English. It says, and they will say, all praise belongs to Allah, who has fulfilled his promise to us and has given us the land for an inheritance, making our abode in the garden wherever we please. Subhanallah. How excellent then is the reward of the righteous workers. If the reward of the righteous workers is excellent, can you really tell me that excellent, worker is going to be rewarded with alcohol? Really? Like the one who does good and you reward him with alcohol, that's sort of a punishment. Oh my word. This person, I think I would have a problem with him. I don't really agree with him. No, I don't believe that the Quran really talks about intoxication in paradise. I don't believe it. Let's continue with the verse. It says that, I said, let me read the English. Okay, so, and thou would see the angels going around the throne, glorifying their Lord with his praise. And it will be judged between them with justice. Okay, and it will be said, all praise belongs to Allah, Lord of all the worlds. The first part of the Quran that talks about Al-Jannah and what will happen in there never talks about wine. Okay, let's go to the next part quickly. That's Quran chapter 13, 1-3, verse 24. So Quran chapter 13, verse 24. Let's see if really the Quran talks about anything like that. It says, وَالَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا ابْتِغَاءَ وَجْهِ رَبِّهِمْ فَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَنْفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً وَيَدْرَؤُونَ بِالْحَسَنَةِ. Okay, so let's see. And those who persevere in seeking the favor of their Lord and observe prayer and spend out of that which we have provided them secretly and openly, and repel evil with good. So if you repel evil with good, if you do good deed, if you pray and you do, spend in the cause of God when God has granted you something good and you spend out of it, yeah, those are the people whom God is talking about. He says, it is these who shall have the best reward of the final abode. So you have the best reward of the final abode. All right, let's see if there is alcohol here. Now the next verse. Jannat adnin يدخلونها ومن صلح من آبائهم وأزواجهم وذرياتهم والملائكة يدخلون عليهم من كل باب. Okay, so it says gardens of eternity. So first of all, you are going to be in Al-Jannah for all eternity. They shall enter them, and also those who are righteous from among their families, from among their fathers and their wives and their children, and the angels shall enter unto them from every gate, saying, Salamun alaykum bima sabartum fa ni'ma uqbaddar. Says, peace be upon you because you were steadfast. Behold, how excellent is the reward of the final abode. So this also talks about how you are going to be, welcomed by the angels of God, and who are the people you're going to be with. Now, some people, in the Christian domain, they say that you Muslims, you are saying that someone is going to be in paradise with his family, with his wife, and with his children. Now, if the wife or the children are pious people, where are they going to be? Is it not the same paradise which you, the good person, is going to be? It is a question they have to answer, but that is not the topic we are treating today. So today, what I'm strictly upon is I want to find out if the Quran really says that the person who enters paradise is going to taste alcohol. That is what I want to know from the Quran, and that is what I want us to search for. Right now, the next one is Allahu yabsutu rizqa liman yasha'u wa yaqdir wa farihu bil hayat dunya wa mal hayat dunya fil wa mal hayat dunya fil akhirati illa mata'. So he says, Allah enlarges his provisions for whomsoever he pleases, and straightens it for whomsoever he pleases. And they, rejoice in the present life, while the present life is, while the present life is but a temporary enjoyment as compared with that which is to come. So if we look at this, then it means that there is no alcohol mentioned here. So this is the second verse which talks about the paradise, how people are going to be treated in there, and no alcohol is mentioned. Let's go to the next one. Quran chapter 88. Quran 88, verse number 10. So in chapter 88, verse 10, let me start from top. So when I quote, I start from top, right? So we should trace it from there. It says, لِسَعْيِهَا رَاضِيَةٌ فِي جَنَّةٍ عَالِيَةٍ لَا تَسْمَعُ فِيهَا لَاغِيَةٌ فِيهَا عَيْنٌ جَارِيَّةٌ فِيهَا سُرُرٌ مَرْفُوعَةٌ وَأَكْوَابٌ مَوْضُوعَةٌ وَنَمَارِقُ مَصْفُوفَةٌ وَزَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوثَةٌ. I don't see it there. Okay, it says, well pleased with their labor in a lofty garden, wherein thou wilt hear no idle talk. Therein is a running spring. Running spring. Mark that word. Therein are raised couches, and goblets properly placed, and cushions beautifully arranged, and carpets tastefully spread. أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. This is a different thing altogether. Now let's see. Where you are going to be in paradise is what the Quran is talking about. Now this is chapter 88, right? 88. The one who does good deed in this world will be rewarded with something. Now that very person who is going to be rewarded with something, will be given a place of eternity, like a place where he will not die, he's not going to suffer, he's not going to go through any harsh treatment, right? So that is the garden, that is the paradise. And it says that there is no idle talk. When someone drinks alcohol, can the person, be stable? Look at what the man is saying. Like when you drink, let me even go over the video. Let's hear it for ourselves once again.
Even we as Muslims, we are not permitted to take alcohol in this world. But in paradise, we will drink alcohol.
In heaven there is no beer.
You see how the woman is rejoicing? How she's singing about, in heaven there is no beer. So this guy really means that you're going to heaven and you're going to drink alcohol. And the woman, is saying whatever she wants to say about the Quran. This is the Quran we are talking about. We are not saying that the Quran is not, to be, criticized or not to be talked about or to, expatiated or something. But what I want you to know is that some people make mockery of the book. That is really not okay. That is what makes me, feel really bad because, look at this. There is no beer in heaven. So people are drinking beer in this earth. So, what is the connection? You see, this is something so unfortunate. But let's listen to this.
That is why they are drinking on the beer here.
Yes, we have there. Because in the Quran we are told that there are 4 drinks that we can find in heaven. The first drink will be the ordinary water that we all know. The clean water. The second one is honey. It will be there abundant as drink for everybody. The third one is milk. And the last one will be the intoxicant, the alcohol.
See this. alcohol, intoxicant. You are saying that there is going to be intoxicants in paradise. And you are also saying that when you drink it, you are not going to go drunk, like you will not be... What is this guy really saying? You said intoxicant right there. And you are saying that after drinking it, you're not going to be intoxicated. What is he really saying? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But see this. The Quran never talked of it. It only said there is going to be spring. Spring, as in, you know, when you read Holy Quran chapter 2, when God told Moses to strike the rod on the, you know, the rock, فَانْفَجَرَتْ مِنْهُ اثْنَتَا عَشْرَةَ عَيْنًا فَانْفَجَرَتْ مِنْهُ اثْنَتَا عَشْرَةَ عَيْنًا, meaning that it gushed forth water or springs which are having 12 different eyes. So there was, you know, water there. It gushed out and divided itself into 12, so that قَدْ عَلِمَ كُلُّ أُنَاسٍ مَشْرَبَهُمْ, every single individual will know which portion to drink from. That is, every family will know where their source of drinking would be, right? So this is it. Now the same aina, the same spring is what God is talking about, that there's going to be abundance of it. Abundance of it. It is not going to stop coming, right? So everyone who needs to drink will find it easy, free, and drink. And this guy really thinks that where the free one to intino, you are going to drink an alcohol. God never said an alcohol, my friend. Please, I solely disagree with you on that. When you look at the statement pertaining to, you know, Al-Jannah, the paradise, you would know that there is nothing like alcohol mentioned. No, this is the third one we are dealing with. Let's go to chapter 53. It also talks about, you know, the sort of treatment which will be given to people who would enter the paradise. So chapter 53 verse 1-4, that's 14. So let's see. It says, أَفَتُمَارُونَهُ عَلَى مَا يَرَى. This talks about the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you know, when you continue, this is Surah An-Najm, when you continue with the verses, it talks about certain things which was shown to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he went to Isra wal Mi'raj. It also depicts what goes on in Al-Jannah, right? So let's see. That's in the Sidratul Muntaha, indaha Jannatul Ma'wa, إِذْ يَغْشَى السِّدْرَةَ مَا يَغْشَى. Okay, now let's see. And certainly he saw him a second time also, near the farthest lot tree, near which is the garden of eternal abode. So, is there wine there in this very verse? No, there is no wine. This also talks about Al-Jannah. There is no wine here. Okay, let's go quickly to chapter 56. Today, I want us to delve deeper to know if really the Quran talks about wine, alcohol, ever in it. Chapter 56, verse 17. It says, على سرر موضوعة متكئين عليها متقابلين يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون. Okay, so it says seated on couches wrapped in with what? Gold and jewels. So those who will enter Al-Jannah, God said that they are going to, you know, sit in couches which is wrapped, wrapped with gold and jewels. Okay, good. Now let's see. Reclining therein, facing one another or each other. So if they are going to be in couches facing one another, it means that there is not going to be gossip in there. There is not going to be any sort of idle talk about another person, talking ill of another person. No. So yes, that is the treatment. And it says there will wait on them youth who will not age. So there are youth who are not going to grow older. They are always going to be like they are all the time. They will not grow. No. So those are going to be the servants who are going to serve those who would enter the paradise. So if that is the situation, what does it mean? Does it mean that there are some people who came into this world and God is going to make them servants in the paradise? No, that is not the meaning. It only means that there are some people who have been prepared. There are some souls who have been prepared to be servants of those who are going to do good in this world, right? So that is one of the meanings. There are a lot of meanings, but this is one of them. But since that is not the main topic, let me quickly see if there is wine, alcohol, really mentioned in the Quran. It says, carrying goblets and ewers and cups filled up out of a flowing spring. So here too, there is no mention of alcohol. Flowing spring, whether it is water, it is laban, it is whatever, it may be any drink at all, it could be possible. But it never mentions alcohol. It never mentions alcohol. What is the Arabic word? Let me check it out and see. Because someone may say, oh no, the Arabic word may mean alcohol or something like that. Now let's see this. Alcohol is having a whole different meaning. It is not aina. It says what? Waka'asim min ma'in. Ma'in. Spring. Alright. So a flowing spring, that is ma'in. Alright, so if ma'in means a flowing spring, then it does not mean alcohol. If it means alcohol, then it means that Moses, when he struck the rod on the rock, what came out was also alcohol. Is it really like that? No, it is not. It is not. So ma'in does not mean alcohol, it only means spring. It can be water, it can be drink. Right. Now let's go on. The next one says, La yusaddauna anha wala yunzifun. This is what I think the guy was talking about, and then he, said it is alcohol. That is really, really interesting. It says, no headache will they get there from, nor will they be intoxicated. Yes. La yasuddanna. They will not be intoxicated, they will not have headache. If this is the reason why the guy is saying that it is alcohol, then oh my God, he didn't really understand the Quran. Matter of fact, this very verse of the Quran is only telling you that the drink in Al-Jannah, when you drink it, you're not going to be worried of the drink. You're not going to, taste it and think that, oh, I'm okay. Oh, no, I will not drink again because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I need a new drink. When sometimes when you taste one food for a whole lot of times, you want to get a different food, a variety of food, a different one. This one says that you will not be worried of it. No. And it is not going to make you intoxicated. Yani, you will not drink it and feel like, oh, my head is just buzzing me or something. No. That is not the type of drink God is talking about. So it means that it is not alcohol. It means that it is not wine, it is not alcohol. No, it is a drink. It may be water, it may be anything, but not a drink that will get you intoxicated. That is what it means. So if you tell me that the Quran prevents us from taking wine in this world because you're going to drink it in Al-Jannah, then I'm sorry, you didn't understand it. I'm trying to say that I disagree with this. I really, really disagree with him saying that there's going to be alcoholism in, paradise. Now, the next one says that, and carrying such fruits as they choose. So any fruits you want, you can just pick and eat, right? So everything is going to be in abundance. Now, let's see the reason for which we are not permitted to drink alcohol. Let's see the reason. It is also stated in the Quran. Hamr wal maisir. Hamr. Hamr means alcohol. Hamr. Now, if we say hamr, anything that can get you intoxicated is hamr. When you drink it, you start feeling something else. You start, you feel yourself to be in a whole new place where you don't really know yourself anymore. What you do, you don't really know. And you do things anyhow. That is hamr. So that thing that can get you intoxicated is what God said that, oh no, do not taste it. Why? Because the benefit in it is very little. And the harm in it is very big. So when you do alcoholism, then you are going to get negative effects which is greater than the benefit which is in there. So something that can cause harm to you, why would God prescribe it to be part of those things you're going to taste in the paradise? It doesn't make any sense. The next one, it says, and flesh of bears as they may desire. So any bird you want, you can really get. The next one, and there will be fair maidens with wide, lovely eyes, like pearls well preserved. So this is also part of it. Now the next one, as reward for what they did. So whatever thing you did that is good, that you're getting reward for it in paradise, that is, these are some of the things that are stated here. There is nothing like alcohol. There is nothing like alcohol. If alcohol should be permitted in Al-Jannah, then gambling should also be permitted. If that is what he means, that we are prevented from taking alcohol because we are going to actually get alcohol in Al-Jannah, then gambling, we are also prevented from taking gambling. So if we are prevented from gambling, does it also mean that we are going to get it in Al-Jannah? That is why we are prevented? Oh no, my friend. Now the next thing which we've been prevented from is animal which dies on its own. Animal that dies out of falling from the skies to the grounds. Animals that is killed on an idol. Does it also mean that we are going to, get those animals meat, in Al-Jannah? That is why God said that we should not taste it. That is not the condition, my friend. That is not the situation. God is preventing us from things that are harmful. So if something is harmful and God is preventing us from it, then do not say that God is preventing us from it because we are going to get that in Al-Jannah. That is not the situation. It is not it. No. Besides, it is not stated here. It is not stated here. It says, Aina, Ma'in, flowing spring. It will be flowing every time. What is it that is going to flow? Water? Drink? Yeah. But you are not going to get intoxicated, meaning it is not something that can get you intoxicated. It is not alcohol. Let's go to the next chapter which I want to talk about. That is chapter 52, verse 23. This man, I don't know, but yeah, let's go. Right, so chapter 52, verse 2-3. Let me actually start from the top to down. It says, Kulu washrabu hani'an bima kuntum ta'malun. Eat and drink in happiness because of what you used to do. Eat and drink in happiness because of what you used to do. So this is from verse 19 all the way down. It says muttaqi'ina ala sururin masfufa. So reclining on couches arranged in rows, and we shall consort them with fair maidens having wide beautiful eyes. It did not say you are going to fly and land on a woman. If really that is the situation, if it is really true that when you take that thing and you are going to fly and land on a woman, what about the women who will also inherit the paradise? Does it mean that they are not going to drink, and for that matter they are not going to fly and land on men? Does it mean that the Quran is biased when it comes to men and women in paradise? This man does not really understand the Quran. He doesn't really understand the book of God. No, he doesn't really know what is even in... Okay, no, let me not use that word. Yes, he knows something in there, but the true interpretation is a problem. It says that the next one, and those who believe and whose children follow them in faith. Now see this. In the beginning of the video, I made mention of this, that when you go to the Christendom, someone would say that you Muslims, you are saying that someone who goes to paradise will, be with the wife whom he married in this earth, and be with and be with the children, and the family members and stuff. This portion of the Quran is saying it, that if you did a good thing, first of all, if you believe in God, you did good thing, you enjoined good on people, forbade evil, right? You actually led a righteous life. You made sure that everyone around you led a life of peace. Made sure that everyone was, having peace of mind and everything comfortable. When everyone around you is comfortable, then God is going to reward you. Now, those people who had that thing from you, if they also inculcate that on and other people benefited or benefit from that, then God is also going to reward those people whom you taught. So if that is the situation, God is saying that you are going to be in paradise. Those people who also learned from you and practiced it are also going to get that same kind of reward. So if they are going to get the same reward, they are also going to be in paradise. So there is nothing like argument on this. Now it says, with them shall we join their children, yes, and we will not diminish anything from the reward of their works. Every man stands pledged for what he shall earn. So whatever you did is what you're going to earn, right? If it is good, if it is bad. When you go to paradise, then the good thing you do, you're going to, get the reward of it. Now the next verse of the Quran, that is the one which I quoted, says, and we shall bestow upon them an abundance of fruit and meat, such as they will wish for. So the meat, the fruits, this one, God has mentioned it by name. Meat, fruits, spring, God has mentioned, right? He didn't say alcohol. So if you are going to get what you wish for in abundance, and he has mentioned fruit, drinks, and food and everything, then yeah, it is a really reward. But he did not say alcohol. No. So if alcohol is not mentioned, then Sheikh, please do not drink alcohol when it comes to the Quran. There will, it says, well, there they will pass from one to another a cup, wherein is neither levity or sin. So there is going to be a cup which is going to be passed from one person to the other, and there is going to be no sin in there. This is also having a deep meaning. I'll go there, I'll take my time, and then go deeper into it. But today, as I said, I want to find out if really the Quran says that there is going to be alcohol in paradise. All right. Now the next one says what? There will wait upon them youth of their own, as though they were pearls well preserved. In the previous verse, it already stated that, so I'm not going to explain. And they will turn to one another, asking mutual questions. So you're going to converse with other people, about yourselves. He says, they will say before this, when we were among our family, we were very much afraid of God's displeasure. So one of the things that will make someone, inherit the paradise is that they, were afraid of God's displeasure. So they led a life of peace, a life of, a life full of, let me say, a life filled with, piety, a life which was free from blemish. Anything which was negative, they did away with it. It says what? But Allah has been gracious unto us and has saved us from the torment of the burning blast. So this is another portion. It never says alcohol in here. Right. Now let's go to the next one. I quoted chapter 52. So let's go to chapter 9 of the Quran, the verse number 72. I don't want people to think that, oh, this guy, he's quoting from his head and reading from his head. It is the book. This is the Quran. Right? Now let's see. Verse 72. Let me start from top as usual. And the believers, okay. وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ بَعْدُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْدٍ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَيُطِيعُونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ أُولَئِكَ سَيَرْحَمُهُمُ اللَّهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. It says, and the believers, men and women, are friends of one another. They enjoin good and forbid evil, and observe prayer and pay zakah, and obey Allah and His Messenger. It is these on whom Allah will have mercy. Surely Allah is mighty, wise. It says, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا وَمَسَاكِنَ طَيِّبَةً فِي جَنَّاتِ عَدْنٍ وَرِضْوَانٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. Allah has promised to the believers, men and women, gardens beneath which rivers flow, wherein they will abide, and delightful dwelling, places in garden of eternity, and the pleasure of Allah is the greatest of all. That is the supreme triumph. So there is nothing like alcohol in this verse. Where did this guy get the alcoholic thing from? Let's go to the next one. Chapter 25, verse 1-6. Chapter 25, verse 1-6. Right. It says, Kul أَذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ أَمْ جَنَّةٌ. Allahu Akbar. It says, is it better or the garden of eternity? التي وعد المتقون كانت لهم جزاء ومصيرا. That is which is promised to the righteous, it will be their reward and resort. So God is going to give it as reward and a place of abode where you would be for all eternity. Let's go to the next verse. It says, "Lahum fiha ma yasha'una khalidin." That is, they will have therein whatsoever they desire, abiding therein forever. All right. Kana ala rabbika wa'dan mas'ula. Okay, what does it say? It is a promise from thy Lord to be always prayed for. Now let's quickly read the English portion for the rest one. It says, and the day when he will assemble them and those whom they worshipped aside, he will ask, was it you who led astray these my servants, or did they themselves stray away from my path? So this part is also talking about those people who are going to do bad, and God is going to question them, who made the other person went astray. Right. So here too, there is no alcohol. Right. Let's see. Which is the next one? Chapter 36, verse 5-6. 36, verse 5-6. Oh my God. Some people, they are just, they are just using the Quran anyhow. It pains me so much. It pains me a lot that this is really happening. Chapter 36, verse 36. Now let's go up and do that from there. It says, وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا جَنَّاتٍ مِّن نَخِيلٍ وَعَنَابٍ وَفَجَّرْنَا فِيهَا مِنَ الْعُيُونِ. Oh, yeah, of course. It was good that I went up, It was good. It gives us more insight to what we are about to talk about. It says, and the dead earth is a sign for them. Let me see. No. Okay, sorry, I missed it. And we have placed in it gardens of date palms and grapes, and we have caused springs to gush forth therein. Springs to gush forth therein. Springs. It didn't say alcohol. All right, next one. Subhanallah. لِيَأْكُلُوا مِنْ ثَمَرِهِ وَمَا عَمِلَتْهُ أَيْدِيهِمْ أَفَلَا يَشْكُرُونَ. So this is actually about the land, that they may eat of the fruits thereof, and it was not their hands that made them. Will they not then be grateful? It is a question. It says, سُبْحَانَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْأَزْوَاجَ كُلَّهَا مِمَّا تُنْبِتُ الْأَرْضِ وَمِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَمِمَّا لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. So this is it. No alcohol. Let's go to the next one. Chapter 2, verse 25. Chapter 2, verse 25. Quickly, let's see if there is something there. Subhanallah. Hey, Iradi. Some people are really, interpreting the Quran to suit what they think is right. But it is not the right thing. It is not the right thing. All right, let's see. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَإِن كُنتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ. No, it's actually here, yeah. So, وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِن تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ كُلَّمَا رُزِقُوا مِنْهَا مِن ثَمَرَةٍ رِزْقًا قَالُوا هَذَا الَّذِي رُزِقْنَا مِن قَبْلُ وَأُتُوا بِهِ مُتَشَابِهًا وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا أَزْوَاجٌ مُطَهَّرَةٌ وَهُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. There is nothing like alcohol. Let's read the English. And give glad tidings to those who believe and do good works, that for them are gardens beneath which flow streams. Whenever they are given a portion of the fruits therefrom, they will say, this is that which was given us before. And gifts mutually resembling shall be brought to them, and they will have therein mates perfectly pure, and therein will they abide. No alcohol. Let's go to the next one. Chapter 35. Lord have mercy. You ready? Oh God. Chapter 25, verse 1-6. Let's go and see something from there. Okay, so this, did I? Yeah, I don't know. I think I've, yeah, the verse. What is the verse? Chapter 35, Surah Al-Fatir. Okay, yeah, so verse 3, yeah. Verse 33. Good, yes. So, verse 33 says, جنات عدن يدخلونها ويحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ولؤلؤا ولبأسهم فيها حرير وقالوا الحمد لله الذي أذهب عنا الحزن إن ربنا لغفور شكور. He says, الذي okay, no, let me translate first. Gardens of eternity, they will enter them. They will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold and pearls, and their garments therein will be of silk. Okay. They will say, all praise belongs to Allah, who has removed grief from us. Surely our Lord is most forgiving, most appreciating. الذي أحلنا دار المقامة من فضله, who has out of his bounty settled us in the abode of eternity. لا يمسنا فيها نصب ولا يمسنا فيها لغوب. So he says in the continuation, wherein no toil will touch us, nor any sense of weariness affecting us therein. So the sense of weariness is the main point. You know, the previous verse which I quoted, I made it clear that, you know, in the Quran, God has stated that the one who is going to be given drink or food or fruits or anything in the paradise is not going to be intoxicated, right? It is not about intoxication. It is about being worried of what you have been given. Obi ohonoma ye mano your friend is saying aduane na wodi, for instance, gabins odi enne o chena was you afunome entino mindibiem. This is the clear cut point, right? So when you become worried of a food which has been given to you, then you don't want to taste it the next time. You want, you know, some time to pass before you want to go to that food again, right? So in that same scenario, God is saying that you will not be worried of the things that you are provided with. You are actually going to, you know, have it every time, and you will be so satisfied. You're going to be okay with it. Let's go to the next verse of the Quran and see what is in there. That's Quran chapter 18. Chapter 18, Surah Al-Kahf, 18 verse 31. It says here, إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات إنا لا نضيع أجر من أحسن عملا أولئك لهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار يحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ويلبسون ثيابا خضرا من سندس واستبرق متكئين فيها على الأرائك نعم الثواب وحسنت مرتفقا. That's what stated. Translation: verily, those who believe and do good works, surely we suffer not the reward of those who do good works to be lost. So when you do good works, God is never going to make it go in vain. He says, it is these who will have gardens of eternity beneath which streams flow. They will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold and will wear green garments of fine silk and heavy brocade, reclining therein upon raised couches. How good the reward and how excellent the place of rest. So a place of rest being excellent, and you are telling me that we are going to drink alcohol there. It is not even stated here that there is going to be an alcohol. Let's go to Quran chapter 56, verse 17. Chapter 56, Waqi'ah, verse 17. Yeah. It says, "Ala sururin mawdu'na muttaki'ina 'alayha mutaqabilin." All right, now let's go. Yatufu alayhim wildanum mukhalladuna bi aqwabin wa abarik, yeah, wa ka'sin min ma'in. Yes, good. This is what I need. It says, seated on couches, wrapped in with gold and jewels. I think I've even quoted this already. Reclining therein, facing each other, there will wait on them youth who will not age, carrying goblets and ewels, and cups filled out of flowing spring. Flowing spring. Flowing spring. So if this is, the verse which has been stated, then you should know that it is obvious there is no, alcohol mentioned in this very verse. Let's go to the next one, chapter 76, 76 verse 19. Some people, 76 verse 19, yeah, sure. It says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم عينا فيها تسمى سلسبيلا. Okay. It says, from a spring therein named Salsabil. A spring, not wine. A spring, not alcohol. A spring. That's what's stated. Ainan, that is the word. It did not say, alcohol. Nah, it did not say that. It says what? وَيَطُوفُ عَلَيْهَا وِلْدَانٌ مُخَلَّدُونَ إِذَا رَأَيْتُمْ حَسِبْتَهُمْ لُؤْلُؤًا مَنْثُورًا. That is, and there will wait upon them youth who will not age. When thou seest them, thou thinkst them to be pearls scattered about. This is some of the things you're going to see in paradise. Now it says what? وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ ثَمَّ رَأَيْتَ نَعِيمًا وَمُلْكًا كَبِيرًا. And when thou seest, thou wilt see there a bliss and a great kingdom. A great kingdom. It says what? آلِيَهُمْ ثِيَابُ سُنْدُسٍ خُضْرٌ وَإِسْتَبْرَقٌ وَحُلُّوا أَسَاوِرَ مِنْ فِضَّةٍ وَسَقَاهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ شَرَابًا طَهُورًا. See this. And on them will be garments of fine silk and thick brocade, and they will be made to wear bracelets of silver, and their Lord will give them drink, pure, a pure beverage. Drink, which is a pure beverage. Can a pure beverage be alcohol? Pure beverage. In this world, when we say someone is even pure, we talk about the person who is clean. So if you tell me that, oh my word, this person, I don't know, but I strongly disagree. Let me use disagree with him, because it is not there, it is not stated that anyone is going to taste alcohol. No, it is not stated. Now the next one, Inna hadha kana lakum jaza'an wa kana sa'yukum mashkura. Yes, so this is your reward, and your labor has been appreciated. Please, it is not also here. Chapter 37. Oh my word. People are deceiving people due to the little they know. And those people who have been deceived are not ready to also read. That is the problem. They are not ready to read. Let's see this. Surah to Safat. I think I've even read this before. Yeah. 37. Did I read it? I think so. I think I've read it. But anyway, let's go there again, because it's a portion which is really having, the great magnitude, when it comes to those treatments which a person is going to get in paradise. Let's see this. Let me start from top. It says, وَمَا تُجْزَوْنَ إِلَّا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ إِلَّا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ الْمُخْلَصِينَ أُولَئِكَ لَهُمْ رِزْقٌ مَعْلُومٌ. Let me put my hand there. فواكه وهم مكرمون في جنات النعيم على سرر متقابلين يطوف عليهم بكأس من معين بيضاء لذة للشاربين لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون. Next one. وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين طرف عين كأنهن بيض مكنون. Yeah. So let me end it here. Yeah. So it says, and you will be rewarded only for what you have done. What you have done is what you're going to get the reward on. Save the chosen servants of Allah, those who have a known provision, fruits, and they shall what? Be honored. They will be honored. A person who is honored, and you are telling me that he's going to drink alcohol. Aye. In the garden of bliss, seated on thrones facing one another. I've explained this already. They will be served round with a cup from a flowing fountain. Flowing fountain. No alcohol, no alcohol, no intoxicating. Flowing fountain. Sparkling white, delicious to the drinkers. Sparkling white and delicious to the drinkers. Which alcohol looks like that? Wherein there will be no intoxication. There will be no intoxication. There will be no you know, when you drink something and you fly like an aeroplane and you land on a woman, nothing is intoxication more than that. It is oh my word, it's not you. Wherein there will be no intoxication, nor will they be exhausted thereby. You are not going to be exhausted. No, you are not going to be stressed. You are not going to be exhausted. You are not going to be intoxicated. The next one is, and with them will be chaste women with restrained looks and large beautiful eyes, as though they were sheltered eggs. Yeah, sheltered eggs. I'm done with the verses. What I have to say is, there is nowhere mentioned in the Quran that there is going to be alcohol in paradise. It is not mentioned that there is going to be alcohol. If you like, I will not tell you. I've already stated in the video the name of alcohol in Arabic. I've told you. Go check it out. Check the name of alcohol in Arabic, language, the word, and then come and check the Quran. If there is any word like that found in the Quran relating to alcoholism in paradise, yeah, there is nothing like that. This very person who said this made the interviewer laughed. She laughed because it is funny, and she even said, "This is hilarious. Look at what he has caused." Someone who doesn't just let's listen to it once more. It's really unfortunate.
That is why they are drinking on the beer here.
Yes, we have there, because in the Quran we are told that there are 4 drinks that we can find in heaven. The first drink will be the ordinary water that we all know, the clean water. The second one is honey. It will be there abundant as drink for everybody. The third one is milk, and the last one will be the intoxicant, the alcohol. And we are told that, see the funny thing, we are told that as for the alcohol in this world, when you drink it, you lose your mind. When you take it, you talk anyhow, because you are now shameless. You don't care about anything because the mind is not there. But they said that the alcohol in heaven, when you drink it, you begin to fly like an aeroplane.
Oh! Quran told you people this.
Yes. When you drink it,
you fly like
you begin to fly.
And you believed.
Yes. You begin to fly, and when you are landing, you land on a woman.
This is hilarious.
You see, the woman is laughing, and it is indeed funny. It is hilarious. She has every reason to laugh, and that guy has allowed it. He calls himself a Muslim. And someone will listen to this audio, watch the video, and think that it is really true that the Quran says that you will take alcohol in paradise and then you will become whatever, like an aeroplane, and you fly in London. I asked the question, This very person is supposed to answer that question. What about the women who are going to be in paradise? Because it is not definitely going to be only men. No. Women are also going to be there. So if the women there also take that alcohol, if even it should be there, they will fly like aeroplane and land on what? They will fly like aeroplane and land on what? Are they going to land on rocks? Or what? Because you never said about the women. So does it mean it is biased? You see, we've read so many portions from the Quran and we never saw alcohol in it. We never saw alcohol. This is what I say. If someone comes to you with a teaching and you don't understand it, the best thing you can do is to check for yourself if really it is there. I've said it time and time again. Let's be vigilant so that someone will not sell something fake to us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.